Tonight I feast.
The Blood Dragons, formerly known as the Order of the Blood Dragon or the Ordo Draconis, were a fearsome order of blood knights known for their prowess in battle. Their skill at arms were unmatched in the old world. Sometimes they fought from foot, but often from horseback, and were masters of all forms of combat. They believed using pure physical strength and martial skills were ideal, but they're not above using magic, though their magical skills are nowhere near as developed as the other vampire lines. Blood Dragon vampires were one of the most well-hidden bloodlines in the old world, as their warriors could easily hide among knightly orders or distant outposts, feeding when they could and using the opportunities for battle to test their skills and push themselves. They seek to emulate their progenitor, the original sire of the bloodline, Abharash. Their own codes and sense of honor varies depending on the individual, so it's not an entirely homogeneous group. Their roots are from the original order of the Blood Dragon, who were once mighty and honorable warriors that defended the Blood Keep. It's only when Wallach of the Harkin family visited one night that all changed, something we'll address more later. Now to introduce one of our Blood Dragon lords, made by patron Martinovsky. Once an impoverished noble, Jacques was a handsome and strong man. He had long drawn the attention of Lady Isabel, a local noble. In orc raids, he rallied the peasantry and fought well, earning more attention. One day when a drake appeared, the Lady Isabel declared a quest to slay the dragon for her hand in marriage. He accepted and killed the dragon, earning the title of Baron from the king and the right to marry the lady. It's only soon after, when Mousillon invaded, led by the returned Red Duke, he was captured. Instead of being executed, he was given a chance to fight for his life. He fought the Red Duke personally, wounding him, but he still lost that battle. He was made into a blood dragon and now fights for a new master. And we return now. It's time to continue our war. It won't be an easy war. There's many enemies around us. We had another Beastmen army attack right after we had to fend off more than one Imperial army at Grunberg. But Lord Cassian did quite well, though I'm gonna let you know that's not his true identity. He's got a different identity. Baron Jacques is really his true name. And right now, we need to bring Bohemond close by. We could just get Bohemond to go after Altdorf. I would like to conquer Altdorf. Oh, here's another large army. My god. Okay, can we take over Grunberg? We can. Good. It's only a minor garrison now. I thought that maybe he would have to go back home, but he's able to stay. Now we could use more undead to come help us here. There we go. That should do it. A lot of skeletal warriors and some Graveguard too. At rank 9, I'm going to put a point over into Devastating Charge. Oh, that charge can help you deal a lot of damage. Now in Grunberg, why don't we build up our corpse pile? We could use a bigger garrison. We could use walls. And elsewhere, Lord Chilfroy can go to Gorsel. One more easy win for all of us here. We can occupy that location, upgrade it. I'll destroy... Actually, you know what? We'll keep the Ancient Armory. I was going to attack Lorelorn Forest, but why don't we wait on that? Instead, we'll go after Middenheim. I bet the elves even want a peace treaty. I would rather bring in multiple armies to kill them. It's a passion of mine, hunting down elves. Oh, look at that army. A lot of Demigryph Knights and other units too. What a challenge. They might come to attack me. We'll find out very, very soon. I could probably use another army now that I think about it. Talea is getting a bit frisky over here. They're coming down to the south, trying to conquer my lands or trying to raid my lands, which is a precursor to them trying to conquer my lands. Over in Mousillon, what could we use? A new Blood Dragon Lord, you say? I agree, we could. Let's do it right now. He's rank 4. We're going to need some new units. We'll take one of each of those. We'll get some Graveguard as well. There we are. Then later we'll want some ethereal units too, like Damned Questing Knights, Damned Knights of the Realm. There. That'll be 4 groups of knights. We'll take up a Field Trebuchet. Crypt Horrors maybe. I would like to get some Vargulfs or other units when I'm able to. I do have some dark magic left, but that is all that I can do right now. So now it's time for us to end our turn and to move on to a new endeavor, which will probably involve killing a lot of people. But if we look at it right now, Reichland still has a lot of land. They've been conquering to the northeast, the east, and the southeast as well. The vampire counts are not doing well. Thankfully, they have land left, but I might have to save them. They're being defeated all over. They do not have the Moot, nor their fort. They do have Tempelhof. I'll try to make it to them. I don't know if I can. We'll do our best. Look, I'm meant to kill them, not you. Our enemies are many. Now we've got to carefully pick out where we want to plan our attacks. Sure, we could go anywhere, but that would be a bad idea. Mittenstock, you're close by. I keep forgetting you're around here. What a great new location to have. The only real county that doesn't really have improvements or expansions would be Hochland. They have Brass Keep and Hergig. That's really it. Poor Hochland. They're like, but what about our long rifles? L'Occasion de Pervon? It's about time to move you into a new battle, but maybe not yet either. We do have a major army to contend with over in Altdorf. I could use more than one friend to help me out. Why don't we wait here for now? Maybe we can draw them out. If I could ambush an enemy army, that would be ideal. Over in Grunberg, we're still trying to improve our defenses. Now that army could come over here and go after Grunberg. Oh, that does worry me. Okay, we'll play interference here. While that is going on, Lord Chilfroy will come on down. I don't mind getting Chilfroy to attack Altdorf. We can let him do it. He's really the dominant one there. We can upgrade Karoberg. We'll go after Mittenstock very soon. And for what we have here, let's upgrade the Red City. We have the funds for it. We have another army that's currently being formed over here. We'll get 2 agents to go join him, maybe a Vampirist and a Necromancer, or even a Black Grail Guardian. We'll put a point over here into Demystifying Miasma. A few names may change up as patrons begin to name characters, just to let you know. Like over here, Cassian will be turning into Baron Jacques. Oh, he's going to be a frightening fellow. So now we get to end our turn again. There's really not too much that I want to utilize right now. Oh, if I do that, you know what? We'll use Right of Dominance. That way we can get better skeletal warriors, and also we can get a Vampirist too. A Vampirist would be great at a higher level. More spellcasting for that army. The legendary Luther Huss is trying to stop the Red Duke. What a bad idea. We now have a new technology called Corrupt the Land, giving us cheaper raised dead costs and also more replenishment too. 10% more for a faction that already has a lot of it is really high. Oh, here's another enemy army. Hello there. If you're over here, who's by Middenheim? We're gonna dance around. It's really the vampiric way. Now, what else are we going to do? I'm going to work on that lumberyard for one. What else am I going to do? Well, that is Weismund. We could use more corruption or an awakened battlefield to slow down our enemies. Altdorf is still very much alive. We have Nuln to worry about too. Nuln can be a major threat depending. It's a big city. It's a big location. Oh, look at the dwarfs. Clan Angron is mocking me. That's pretty rude, by the way. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't mock me. What about you, Chilfroy? Chilfroy is nearly ready to hit Altdorf. He only needs one more turn. Oh, then we'll be ready. I cannot wait. So we'll leave 2 armies over here. We'll conquer Altdorf and make it a new seat of power for all of us to utilize. And why don't we, while we're out here, grab an ancient armory? You see, we should, because we could use it as another recruitment area. That way we don't need to go back home to recruit more units. Now, for technology, what could we truly use? More damage for trebuchets and peasant archers? It's an idea. It could work out. Or what about having a higher leveled vampire and necromancer? We'll do that instead. Well, that's even better. I'll wait to get them then. Oh, you declared war on me? That's cute. We'll kill them later. So we're currently working on getting more knights right now. I've got my ethereal units. I would like to get some bestial units too. We'll have to find out where maybe over here. Here we go. A Vargulf. Now what do I need? I need a vampire crypt. There are so many building requirements. I do have a necromancer's tower, which is not what I need. Again, there's just so many buildings I need for every little thing around here. We'll get rid of that real quick and instead build that proper building. That way maybe we can get our Vargulfs. I like using them. They're usually named Fluffy because they're adorable. Alright, Baron Jacques, you get to wait here for a touch longer. Or we go kill... Yeah, we'll do that. Goodbye. I've already beaten them. We beat them in a previous part. We were quite damaged and we still beat them. Okay, go back into Grunberg. Now at rank 10, we'll give you Doom Rider. You see, it'll lead to even more damage, like heart piercing, more of a charge bonus, sundering armor, armor piercing damage, or even the strength of steel. A true knight will never abandon his armor. Sometimes the steel skin appears to be part of his body. Plus 20 to armor, plus 25 to armor piercing damage, and plus 22 when fighting large units. I mean, that is immense. That is large. You can destroy so many enemies by doing that. And over here is Jacques. At rank 8, we'll put a point over into melee defense rank 3. I want her to be a tank. I want to throw her into battle and forget about her. So we'll give her a Dawnstone, 15% physical resistance, and over here armor that will give her a further 7% physical resistance. She's already at 80%. I don't even know what that would look like. I wonder if it just really has diminishing returns at that point, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so let's upgrade what we can. We can end our turns again. We have no true battle yet, but that will come very soon because we need to kill so many Imperials to win. They're still much stronger than I am. They have many more armies than I do. We are under attack by a large threat right now. They have a lot of artillery. They have demigryphs. Fortunately, they are attacking the Red Duke, so maybe we have a chance. Depending on the terrain, they might not be able to make full use of what they have here. And their lead army lacks a lot of infantry units, meaning that if we fight them in the woods, we might have a better chance. Okay, Red Duke, let's see to it right now. I do believe that sometimes you've got to flex your might. You've got to show off how powerful your leader is. The Red Duke is quite powerful. In the very beginning, I do try to use one of his breath attacks. I mean, you'll see how that turns out in just a little bit, but he's quite mighty. And a notable tactic you'll see me utilizing whenever we're fighting the Empire. I will do my best to keep them off their guard. I will do my best to engage every single ranged unit they have. My army is quite fragile. The Red Duke is not. There's a cannonball from that steam tank. They're trying to hit him with everything they have. Crossbows, bolts, mortars, shells, everything. Even shots from the Hellstone rocket battery. There's going to be some friendly fire. If only he was flying over their soldiers, that would have damaged so many more of their men. That's actually a valid idea for the future. You can already see how it's clipped a few of them, maybe even killed a few. That's great. That's really what we need. And we'll go over our own formation in just a minute, but for now, again, you can see the massive crossfire that he's been placed under. They're all very powerful. It's just that the Red Duke is rank 40. They did a lot of damage. If you ever see him just stay in a fight for a long period of time, it's because he does have Invocation of Nehek, and also he replenishes a lot. I did check on one fight. He took over 6,000 points of damage that he healed up. And now there's some more friendly fire. You see, he's not fragile, they are. He's made of sturdy stuff. They're made of weak human things. And so the Red Duke is just having a good time waltzing through them, and sure, a few knights might even try to attack much like that. But how far can they truly get? The Red Duke, oh man, he is anathema to the lives of the men of the Empire. It's one of many battles to come, and there's many that are coming your way. It looks like we have a portion of their army that said, you know what, we need to go do our job. Let's go. Let's go handle his army. If he's fighting alone, maybe we can go do that. Here's a warrior priest. And over here, a general of the Empire. And, of course, you know, many demigryph knights. Now, let's go have a look at our own formation. I'm in a little copse of trees, my own sinister copse. And we have a field trebuchet out in the open. Their job is to weaken anyone who's down there, and to hit mortars when possible. We have over here all of my skeletal units right in the middle. We have my Grave Guard on the flanks. We have some Crypt Horrors right back here. All of my Blood Knights and Dread Wings waiting in the rear. And we have a Mortis Engine close by with over here my Welling Hags. And of course, my leadership that's currently waiting in the middle, like Sir Nigel and of course Alberic of Bordelot. So now they'll be hit. And we can go back over to where the Red Duke is at. You can see that he's just been healing up. I've been using his spells and his potions and everything, giving him, let's see, 145 for melee attack. He's at 119 now, 960 for weapon strength. The guy is powerful, and a lot of these attacks are hitting the soldiers that are close to him. Even the ranged attacks too. That worked in his favor. You could see just a trail of bodies left behind, broken artillery, people who have died. They're not even trying to really attack him that much now. The mortars are trying to hit him for sure. Oh, that's a lot of mortars. And mortars do not do a lot to heroes like that. I mean, just really not a lot. They're kind of overlapping each other too much. If we go back over here, that's where the bigger fight will be taking place now. We'll go check on the Red Duke in just a little while, but for now, let's have a look at these Reichsguard and Demigryph Knights and other units that are trying to come up to stop our advance. The true Imperial advance. So here they come now. They're going right after the Field Trebuchet. My poor crew that's been working overtime lately. And sure, they get a charge off and they do some damage. We get another barrage off, hitting whoever back there. Here comes the Mortis Engine, but also the Blood Knights. I wanted them to hit that so that I could go hit them. If we look over here, we have Dreadwings who have charged in, going after Demigryph Knights. Sure, they take a lot of damage. Now our infantry is moving in. They have some ranged attacks too. Here comes more Blood Knights right now, and I'm using Crypt Horrors to flank them as well. So I'm using all of my units in combination. That's my strength here. And here comes many more Knights charging into our Skeletal Spearmen. They're going to be stopped by some anti-large units. If we go back over here to where the Red Duke is at, he's currently attacking a Luminarch. That Luminarch has got to go, so he's destroying it. If we look at what's left behind, no artillery. Outside, of course, their war wagons and naturally their steam tank. So let's go back up here now and check on what's going on. The Dreadwings are back up. We've already surrounded many of their units. I mean, they have a lot of mounted units. Really, there's a large imbalance for the Empire in these battles where they do not bring enough infantry. They bring in knights, they bring in artillery, and their knights are very powerful and they're able to do some damage, but they're just unable to really commit to fights. And so I end up just fighting them out for a drawn out period of time. And also because I'm using a combination of units, they don't know what to do. So right now we have the Dreadwings moving back down, going after some ranged units. These are ranged units who are not going to be able to hold up against a bunch of flying Blood Knights. By the way, eat rock. It's part of a healthy diet, they would say, but I don't believe that's true. I will feed you and you will eat the rock. Healthy diet, I said. All right. There's only a few more units left that are left, like the General of the Empire. We have Crypt Horrors out here. We have our Field Trebuchet still attacking, going after that blasted war wagon. Hopefully there hasn't been too much friendly fire. I'm sure there's been some unfortunate hits. If we look at it right now, it looks like the Red Duke has done it. That Luminarch is now gone. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, the friggin' nerds didn't make it. Oh well. We shall not write to their families, but we shall return them to our folds, our army folds. That sounds weird. I don't like that. Okay. Mortis Engine. Let's go have a look at the kills real quick because we haven't done so. 14 kills, Crypt Horror, 6 kills. If we look over here, Grave Guard, a handful of kills. So like overall, not a lot of kills. Why? Because we're fighting a lot of mounted units. It's not like there's a lot of kills to be had. These are Demigryph Knights. They're being hit and charged so many times, they just can't keep up. Down here, we have Blood Knights at over 100 kills. Now they're catching all these ranged units. These are a lot of ranged units. We're fighting Blood Knights. He's like, arrow, eat. That war wagon's like, oh god, just shoot. Shoot as much as you can. It's important to shoot. There goes another. And a few more as well. Let's keep on looking right now. If we go look over here, the Red Duke is a busy fellow. He's quite busy indeed. 134 kills. We're looking at a steam tank that has, well, 0 kills. He's only been fighting the Red Duke. So that's a big fight to have the Red Duke fight a steam tank, but we'll see what happens with all of that later. As far as like what's left of their main army, you can just see all the knights charging down the hill. There's not a lot left. There's some artillery left, but all of our units are just moving to various locations, chasing after their fleeing units. They're either fleeing in terror or they're broken. That steam tank is really what's left right now. The Red Duke has 139 kills. Let's see if we can carefully get on top of him and find out how much he's regenerated. Okay, so look at that number real quick. 1,900. That allotment of what he's allowed to regenerate is still going down. He has a cap of 8,091. He's currently about to be at 1,800 left of that. So you can see that he has regenerated thousands of points of health. It's not like he just took that damage, right? It's just that he's a vampire, and we know what vampires are able to do. So now the steam tank is done, and we've won the battle. That is it. Let's get rid of it. Come on. The steam tank is not won. That battle is now over. We won. We didn't lose too many, largely because of you-know-who. We had our Blood Knights and we had the Red King, killing them all. We'll take replenishment, we'll take those who died and raise them back up to fight for us. Now it's time to look at what we need to do on our turn. Once they let me get there, they're still moving. There we go. Okay, who's coming now? I've got so many good factions to beat up on. Oh, the Cabal is here. Interesting. Egram van Horstman is here. One of the most villainous and powerful traders to come from the Imperial Colleges of Magic. We spoke about him in my Gelt campaign, so you can check out his lore there. I've got a title referring to the Cabal. What do you want? I'll leave you alone for now, and I'll tell you why, because I'm gonna let them watch everyone die, then they'll die too. Here they are. Egram is here. Wow. Look at all the armies. They're not coming to fight me. I wonder what their campaign will be like, because they're not having to fight me. They're having to fight what's left of the enemies nearby that I have too. Interesting. He shows up and he's like, all right, Gelt. Oh, wait, your people are dead. Huh. Things are looking a lot more dead since I was last here. And that wasn't me. No, they're very close. Wow, they have armies all over. The Helm of Discord. Ooh, very nice. Okay. That's a great debuff, a great item to have. Egram van Horstman, the most infamous and perhaps most dangerous of the Imperial College's few known traders. Indeed. Well, they are here. Talea is raiding my lands right now like crazy. What a mad fool. Okay. Nigel, at level 13, we'll put a point over here into the Curse of Years. Now it's time for me to finish off all of those who are still close by. We lost a lot more just by having that happen. Oh, my Dreadwings. Good, they have risen again. That's a shame. Took a lot of damage. If they are destroyed, they'll come back later. I'm not bothered by any of that. I'm really, really not. But that is another army defeated. Look, you had a chance to beat me. You just didn't take it. Well, you tried to, and I slapped the hell out of you. All right. Goodbye, Lucas. You tried very hard. Goodbye. Okay, all of his enemies are now gone. We beat them in that major battle. Mittelstag will now belong to me. Oh, okay, we need some replenishment. Very well. We'll take some replenishment. We'll go back over here to Weismund. I feel like I did quite a bit of damage. Give me a turn and I'll be back. Rank 25, Albrecht de Bordeaux. Okay, Albrecht, we'll put a point over here into Devastating Charge. And Nigel, for you, we'll put a point over here into Arcane Conduit. Ah, very good. Okay, Sir Pierre the Fallen, we'll put a point over here into the Foe Seeker. The Foe Seeker. And for Grunberg, we're going to upgrade the walls. We're going to upgrade a Haunted Mill. My God, it's a lot of growth. And what else do we need? Really, what do we need here? We have our armory. We have over here a mausoleum. So why don't we, to make it easy on myself for later, pick up a crumbling training field? Logical to me. Lord Bohemond, we have many enemies around, and they've all got to die. Now, Chilfroy, you're about to lead men into battle. That's really interesting to me. So you need one turn to get your siege towers. It is Altdorf. Altdorf is a major location. We need our proper siege towers. And now we need to go after another enemy. Ah, Vasily Bibber. If you say that like really fast, it would sound like a bunch of babble. Vasily Bibber. Anyway. Armor piercing damage. I'll give that over to, let's see here, our leader. The Screaming Banner, we'll give that over to the Wailing Hags, and a War Banner to our Vargulf. Fluffy. He's adorable. He's a pet of ours, loaned to us by, I believe, Vlad it was, or maybe Manfred, who knows. I get them all mixed up, those Sylvanians. Okay, I have a lot of dark magic. It's about time to wait for some technology. In 5 turns, I'll get some new agents where they'll be at a higher level. That'll be good for me. I need more things now. I probably could have had another human-ish commander. That would have been nice. Okay, let's go on down to somewhere else. What's over here? What was I getting? All right, the Abyssal Wood. That'll take me how long? 4 turns total. Not bad. Let's go over to Bastogne real quick. We'll need a good name and backstory for our friend here. Or maybe he'll be Baron Jacques. I haven't decided yet. All right, it's not too much I can pick up here that I truly want. We will take the human bowmen, though. 4 of them. Then we'll have room for 1 more elite unit. That should be handy. I'll need something devastating. I need some zombie dragons is what I truly need in my view. Okay, so we're about to end our turn. We've got a lot to do. Let's just kind of upgrade what we can close by, because eventually we're going to have to fight the Talaeans, those vile few that are here. Ah, here we go. Some marble. I could use some marble, cheaper buildings and all that. Now we can end our turn. You blasted dwarf, get out of my land. My soon-to-be united province. Come on now. We don't need you here. A brutish overseer? Do you mean all of my overseers? My god, they have a lot of soldiers. I had to pull back. Look at how many they have. Over here they have a celestial wizard lord. Now having a spellcaster lead your army. Interesting. Who's over here? Vasily, right, you're still alive. We've got to do some killing today. The Red Duke, I might need you to come back down, my man. It might be time for that. We could leave our enemies up here for now. Yeah, build up another watchtower. Here's another haunted mill. Now the Red Duke will come down to destroy a rebel. The Cabal has wanted to ally me. We're actually quite friendly now. I didn't think we would be friends, but hey, we had a good chat. He was like, hey, do you hate these people? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, can I have the books? And I said, sure. And now we're buds. Okay. Give me replenishment or give you stab. Stab in the face. Okay, we're at a higher rank for Alberic. Alberic, I'm going to give a point over to you into heroic killing blow. There we are. It's about time to go into Altdorf. Chilfroy's going in. Oh, indeed. He's going in all right. The Red Duke will move back down here. We're going to bring him down to help out with our campaign. It's quite a difficult campaign because they want to fight me on their terms, and I want to fight them on my terms. It makes it rather challenging. Okay. We do grow quickly. Anything I own grows quickly, which is quite nice. Midland, what about you? You're good. I'm pretty much low on money. I've got 4 more turns until I get my new heroes. You know what? We'll make you... What's his name? Cassion. There we go. And we'll make you Baron Jacques. There we go. So we'll change up your names later whenever we have time for that. I can unlock another vampire. Having a Lamian vampire would be interesting. I would rather get another Fallen Knight to finally finish all of that up. All vampiric lords start with a barded nightmare and mount. I mean, that's really alright. It saves like 1 point, which is not a huge deal. It's really not. These Talaeans will not give up. When I fight them, I'm going to have to go really hard on them. Look at that captain. We've got so many units to fight too. I'm going to have to come back down and beat them all up. I don't even know why they're here. What are you doing here, kids? It's a bad part of the neighborhood. Alright. Bohemond, you may wait. For you, Chilfroy, it is time to take Altdorf. It is time to take the city of Altdorf. It's been a long time coming. I was going to leave it alone, but no, we actually do need it. And here comes our leader, Chilfroy of Artois. Now that is a scary, scary man. We can see how many units are here. There's a bright wizard attempting to buff up his own units. We're largely fighting handgunners, and they're using their mortar shells. Again, I try to ensure that they're hitting their own units. Mortars are not going to do a lot to a single target, but you can see what it's going to do to their men. So sure, launch a few more shells. Do it. Send in the holy balls of Sigmar. They are nothing compared to the rocks of the Red Duke. So here comes our siege towers right now. That's all that you really need to know about. Ultimately, I should have just sent in my ethereal units. That would have been a much better call in my view, because I mean, they're not going to do as much damage to them. It can be quite handy whenever you're not having to deal with too much magic. Right now, I'm trying to get rid of that bright wizard. You know a lot about magic if you've been watching my Gelt campaign. Oh, he's gone. Okay, it only took 1 more hit. Well, he's gone. It didn't really take too much to bring him down. Now we just need to kill all of these handgunners. And everyone else on the wall. They do have a lot of soldiers for sure. They have a lot of artillery. That's true. Hey guys, you're killing a lot of your own. They're going to hit a lot of my soldiers once it's time. But for now, it's going to be a slow process. I have all of my knights now moving over there to go take out a gate. They'll be led by Adelhard of Lyonesse. You can see already how these Karn Wraiths are having a pretty good time. They're like, spooky, spooky, Halloween time. We're here to give you a fright. And also to show you our underbites. Yeah, they have like a severe underbite. What's up with that, man? My God. No wonder you're so angry. What the hell? Thought you were humans. What happened? Anyway. No, they're just easily cutting through them. Over 50 kills already. Look at that weapon strength, 109. Karnraves are quite fragile, despite having a very high physical resistance. But my God, if they have like no one to truly oppose them, you can see what they're able to do. They just butcher. They just kill in like one hit. They're already taking out everyone over here. Now, I've had my Karnraves get wiped out on walls before. But in this part, for Altdorf, it looks like they're having a much easier time. Whatever was beating them last time is not beating them this time. And there's our Hippogriff again. Oh my God. How many kills we're looking at? He's taking a little bit of damage. Over 160, 166 right now. Over here is where we have the Bastards of... Where did they go? They're mostly dead, yeah. They have over 50 kills. So not nearly as many kills, but they have 41 weapon strength. We do have Madeleine Leblanche. She's here. Do you guys like my faux French accent? I do my best, all right? I'm trying my best. But no, she's having a great time. She's like, I'm the only character allowed to show cleavage in this game. Ha 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 ha. I truly have the power. No, that might be true. I actually find the high elf female models to be some of the lovely models in this game. The dark elves, they really dropped the ball with. The lack of hips, like just anatomically look strange. Like if you look at their concept art, they were meant to have hips of some sort. You don't even need them to be like overly exposed, but hips are important, right? Hips are life. Anyway, the Bastards are getting shelled to oblivion. They're not doing very well. They're not feeling very good. But we're still fighting. We have our peasant archers now trying to hit their leader down here. It seems to be working out. He's like, ah, yes, I blocked at least 3. As I send in like 500 arrows at them. Anyway, the Karnraves are still fighting. Let's go have a look at their kills real quick. Again, they're taking more damage now. They're at 160 for kills. That's incredible. 238 for Chilfroy. Madeleine Leblanche, 12 kills. So not a lot of kills. You can see the severe difference in who's able to do well or not. And my God, the carnage here. The men of Altdorf are like, oh, what have we done? Maybe we should just follow the vampire. There's a trail of bodies behind my Karnraves. Oh, it's so good. Or Karnraves, whatever. My God. There's only a few more to go after. It's almost time to send in some more units, but we were able to butcher all of our units like that. They just had a really bad time. I'm not used to that. I mean, Chilfroy is by far one of my strongest armies, surprisingly, because we're using a lot of humans, but because of all of the buffs that you get at a high level for humans, I mean, let's have a look over here at my men-at-arms who have pole arms. 38 weapon strength, 31 melee defense, 34 melee attack, 34 armor. And over here, we have a ward save of 30%, a physical resistance of 11%. So in melee alone, they negate 41% of all damage when it comes to physical damage. They also, yeah, I mean, like over here, they're all mutants, even more leadership, immune to psychology and physical resistance. Over here, we have Icon of Devotion. I mean, there's just a lot that we have that allows all of them to stay in a fight for a long time. My Bastardier is broken, that's fine. I mean, they should have broken a long time ago. The Wailing Hags are here at 52 kills. We can see how many we've taken down. But now it's time for the Blood Knights. The age of the Blood Knight has come. I need to play Vampire the Masquerade just so I can play as a Blood Knight. It wouldn't look the same. Just say modern day Blood Knight. Where's my blood? I could play as a Nosferatu and be horrifying. I would probably try to find some smoker's voice. Kind of like a ghoul from Fallout and do that voice. That would be pretty fun. Anyway, these Blood Knights are still fighting very hard right now. Adelhard is leading them. They're going to win. They're Blood Knights. I mean, our weapon strength is much higher. 111 right now. Wait. Oh my God. 111. Oh, they're buffed up. Go Frenzy. For their Reichsguard, they're at what, 30? Ouch. My Blood Knights are just able to get some pain going on. While that's going on, let's have a look. We've got 340 kills. Lord Chilfroy's like, oh boy, you guys are not led. No, see, they need to be led by a commander. Once you get to the late game, the very late game, garrisons can be a joke. You might ask, am I a joke to you? Indeed, indeed you are. You are a joke. You need a high-leveled commander in order to handle... I mean, if I had a rank 40 commander, and we couldn't beat a garrison that had no lord, that would be awful. That would be weird. That just wouldn't make sense. Like, oh, I've fought dozens of battles, got all these powerful spells and artifacts and things, but I can't beat you. Now, these Demogryph Knights are done for. They are really the only thing holding out right now. 13 kills. They have 140, so they still have more than my Knights. If they were in... I mean, look, they did a lot of damage. I just had a lot of Knights. They really hurt all of my mounted units. We lost a lot of them, right? It's not like we didn't lose any Knights. We lost a lot of Knights. They just had, you know, more Knights. But now it is time. We're using Soul Blight upgraded from our Vampires and Spirit Leech. Everything that we can to take them out. And the battle's over. We have now taken the lands. There's only one thing that we need to go after. That would be the steam tank. And that's over too. So now we're done. Well now, we won the battle. We took Altdorf. That steam tank nearly took out my hero. Poor Adelhard. Confident besieger. That is true. We now own Altdorf, a tier 4 location. That gives to me a landmark building called the Altdorf Conclave of Forbidden Magic. Surrounding the colleges are many conclaves, unions, and societies where wizards share knowledge and secrets. Now my necromancer will be at an even higher level, my vampires too. What do we want here? A proper wall for one. Absolutely, I'll get rid of the reliquary. We don't need that here. The gallows are okay, I'll keep it for now. We'll take, let's see, what do we want over here? Evocation of Nagash? Indeed, we shall take that. Encouraged populace? I mean, they are pretty happy to have me here. Not by choice. It's because they're all dead. But, Chilfroy, you've gone up in level. What do I need to give you now? Call of Night? Not really. You don't really need that. I could potentially get you Renowned and Feared. Fallen Knight for buildings, but you don't need that either, do you? Not really. Instead, I'm going to give you Devastating Charge. Well, we do have... Hold on. I didn't see that I didn't have my third point over here into Peasant Proficiency. We've got to enhance our lovely, lovely bowmen. Not a lot more damage, but hey, I'm sure it adds up a little bit. Okay, Adelhard, for you, you nearly got shot and destroyed. I'm going to give you Blade Shield. That wouldn't help with that issue, but anyway. Madeleine LeBlanche. I hope I have that right. No idea. One more point into Soul Blight. Or actually, hold on. I didn't see that either. Replenish rank 3. There we go. Lord Bohemond. We've got so many armies around here, my friend. So here's what we do. Jacques? Oh, hold on. The Red Duke. How far down can you move? Not very. All right. What if Jacques comes over here? He besieges for right now. You see? Then Lord Bohemond comes over to attack his little buddy. Oh dear. Look who's all alone. All by himself. Time for Claude to stop grabbing. Claude Grabber. Now here's a very important battle. Here's what we need to look at right now. All of my ethereals are up on the front lines. They're charging in right away. On the left flank, I have my Crypt Horrors, my Mortis Engine, and my Vargulf. I'll be using this formation for 2 battles. All of my ethereals are on my right flank. They're charging in right now. The rest of my infantry are right in the middle. Over here, we have our Lord now flying in. So why am I doing that? Because they have great debuffs and they take minimal damage from any type of physical damage. So they're able to hold for a period of time. I never get to use Vanguard like that, but here I can. And now the Welling Hags are welling at them. They're letting them know, hey look, my order wasn't completed to my satisfaction. I'm angered and I will complain to your managers. And they're just like, what? What are you talking about? Your manager, Carl. Gotta complain. Waltzing right through them. Good job. If we look over here, They've got a curse of years diminishing all of them. We've taken some damage. My Silver Shriekers are holding up right now. Over here is where we have, again, a large group being held back. They have too many units attacking only one of my units. That Vargulf is going after the Outriders. A Mortis Engine is now going after these crossbowmen. I learned how to use this formation a little bit better as time goes on. All of these Ethereals are now fighting. They caught this group of Reichsguard in between their charges, completely obliterating them. Time for further decimation. More knights are hitting some more ranged units. Over here is where we have 2 units now working together to catch these Outriders because they are deadly, because they can do a lot of damage. We come back to the front lines and we see that our infantry has finally arrived. We have arrived. Our duty to the Red Duke is now being completed. And so, what did I do here? I rushed. I completely charged in. I did not give him any opportunity to fight a more traditional battle. Why would I want to do that? Claude Crabber. A Celestial Wizard Lord. Yeah, my mod collection, I have one that adds in Wizard Lords for the Empire. Makes a great mod for that, to where you have to build like a conclave and then you get to recruit a new lord. And if you recruit from the same college 3 times, you get different passive bonuses and all of that. So it's very, very cool if you want a spellcasting lord, which I think should definitely be in. And over here is where we just have a huge pack of them just condensed down like into a box. All of my Crypt Horrors are over here fighting with our Mortis Engine. It's a great way to just have them all debuffed. So my goal, again, is to move quickly. It's to debuff. It's to cause fear and terror because they can't hold up against what I have. They really can't. So notice how probably beyond any campaign I've played, I'm using more synergy here than I ever have between my units. Now, it does help that there's a lot of unit synergy between my units, but now I'm just kind of watching it all play out. So we've won the battle. It's a very brief battle, and I was very shocked about how brief it was, but it's all over now. Now we just need to chase them all down. A Swole Patrol. Get moving, boys. He's like, oh yeah, must lift. That battle's over too. We beat them. We completely eradicated their army. They barely did any damage at all. It's really incredible what we were able to do, and I'll tell you why, because we have so many ethereal units. We have units that really do not take a lot of damage from standard infantry attacks. They needed more magic. They needed more of everything. We've lost a lot in many battles, but that battle in particular went our way. We hit them so hard. Sending in my hags in the very beginning really did a good job. I mean, right over here, 80% damage reduction, 80%. They cause fear and terror. I mean, they're amazing at what they do. And over here, -4 to leadership. And a debuff too. Look, I mean, look at that here. -9 to melee attack, -10% to armor piercing damage. Wow. Ladies, thank you for your help. Now, Lord Bohemond, I'm going to put another point into another thing for you. Blade Shield, you say. Indeed. I've made my commanders quite powerful. Now, we could go into Camper Bad. The other option is we go back over here to block our enemies at Grunberg. Now, we can end our turn. We just need to build one thing. There we go. Oh, good old wall. Now we can end our turn. Now we have another battle. Vasily came out to fight. He was angered by what happened here. Maybe he'll put up more of a fight. He's got more infantrymen. He's got some demigryphs too. Oh man, those are tough to fight. They're real tanks in CTT or closer to tabletop, which again, as a reminder, is the modification overhaul that I'm using for our battles. It's why certain units perform better and others are, you know, a little bit more tuned down. All right, Vasily. Presents a challenge, fool. Another battle, and you can see that I'm doing the same formation. There goes my Welling Hags now charging in and my Silver Shriekers. They have way too many ranged units. It's a battle that works in my favor because of that. They do not have the high-level lords they need to beat me. There's a bunch of questing knights and other knights out there. But again, we are in Season 2. We are in the late game. For me, anyway. It's pre-100 in terms of terms. But right now, anyway. Let's have our leader take out that Luminarch. That Luminarch needs to go away. It's a Templehof Luminarch, a very powerful one at that. We look elsewhere. We just have our main formation moving in. We have over here all the Crypt Horrors who are charging in. This time, I'm carefully using them all together to go after some Demigryph Knights. These guys are very powerful. Even though they're fighting a large group, they're taking a long time to kill. On the right flank, I have all of my Knights now going after these many crossbowmen. They're all charging in, going, "Do you watch Scooby-Doo?" And now they go flying. I mean, I've really found a way to play Mousillon that works in my favor, and the Empire has been such an interesting force to fight. Bretonnia had Grell Knights. It looks like the Knights over here are not doing nearly as well. Grell Knights with their magical weaponry were quite difficult to deal with, but now we have Questing Knights, we have all these other soldiers out here. It's beautiful. Let's keep on looking. So these Ethereal Knights are still charging in from behind. You can see how many that we've already killed. That Tabletop Luminarch is not yet gone. If we look over here now, our leader is still fighting in the midst of a bunch of their group called the Imperial Foot. It's dismounted Reichsguard, and they have no kills because they're only fighting my lord. If we look over here now, the Mortis engine has now been assisted by several groups of Grave Guard who are now helping out. So now I've found a way to really distract my foes. It wouldn't work against Chaos. I don't even know how I'm going to fight Chaos yet if we do end up fighting them. It really depends on how fast we get to the vampire counts and if we end up actually confederating and all of that. But I wouldn't be able to do any of this to the blasted vampire counts or the Chaos boys. They just would be in a completely different league because we don't need as much armor piercing when fighting the Empire. When we're fighting Chaos, we need so much more armor piercing. And they have hell cannons, and those are quite damaging. But if we look at it right now, they've taken a lot of damage. They have only a few large blocks of soldiers. Our knights are now moving in. Over here, they have a bunch of swordsmen and halberdiers. I've summoned in some zombies to keep them busy. Now, whenever I'm not playing zombies or I'm doing a zombie-themed campaign, which I have done, I will get a mod that won't allow them to degrade. And I'll tell you why. Degradation of a summoned unit was only added in for multiplayer balance, not single player, because if you have it, that means your enemies have it too. And you usually deal with that a lot more. So I also try to add it in whenever I'm fighting a foe that has a lot of summonable units. If I notice they're bringing in a lot of units, I'll add that in even if I can't summon in units because I want to have a much bigger challenge. And that's really part of how I do it. I try to pick things that enhance the AI in interesting ways. That way they're tougher. And now we're going after that Luminarch. Hey. I don't think you're gonna get very far. Are you okay, dude? He's just like, oh! I think he just prematurely... Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that guy. Maybe he's over 40 and he became a wizard. I don't know. The knights are still following all of these ranged units. My knights are obliterating them. I've got so many of them. And most of them are now dead, so we're just gonna chase after them. The battle's over. We've won already. It's time for us to move on. I think I've come to the conclusion that Lord Beaumont Manslayer just has a really scary army right now. We'll take whatever type of replenishment that we're able to get. We stole their dragon helm. That's gotta feel pretty bad. They have another army close by to me right now. Interesting. What is your game here? Do you plan on dying quickly, or I don't know? The Cabal could be a great enemy to fight later, but for now, they are a useful idiot for me to utilize. Let them go after the Empire. It doesn't really matter to me. That's fine. If they want to do that, it only helps me out. Even just a little bit. Oh, look who it is now. Now, these guys I will fight. They'll eventually be down here. Their corruption are going to really cause some issues for me, but whoever else, it doesn't really matter too much. I wonder who's actually fighting up there. They could become a decent bulwark. Ah, Kislev is. Okay, so Kislev is trying to hold against all of them. Good luck with that, my friend. Okay, Estelle, I'm going to give you the hunger. You could use the hunger. The vampire munchies, as they're also known. Let's have a look around here real quick. I can upgrade quite a few things. I can really improve a lot of our infrastructure, allowing us to do so much more. Alright, so we have 2 more turns until we're able to get those new agents. It takes time to get what you truly need. Look at that. Occupied Imperial Palace over at rank 5 for the town. We get +10 public order. We get a lot of vampiric corruption. We get a lot of income from everything over here in Reichland. I mean, it's all good stuff. I just need to wait, you know, a little bit. Okay, we already have our Altdorf Conclave of Forbidden Magic, a very powerful building. There's not really any other building that's unique, correct? Correct. Okay, so that's really all that I needed. I could build another high tier location for corruption. I mean, that would be fun. I don't know if I need that right now. Let's have a look over here at Ilhart. Ilhart, do you have anything enjoyable? Not really. Okay. We have over here a mausoleum. There is my rally field. What I'm missing currently would be the Sinister Copse. I don't need the Abyssal Wood over here, so we'll destroy that. It's only a tier 3 location, so we can get rid of that for right now. And what we'll do to make it really easy on myself is grab the Awakened Battlefield. A great way to kind of form your defenses if you so need to. Over here is Alexis Aglum. Well, Aglum. That's an easy win. I think all that fear and terror and just me hitting all of our units at once with all of my Ethereal Knights really works in my favor. We've had battles where I've lost so much, but that was not one of them. That was a battle where I was able to easily destroy them, and that felt good. I mean, Lord Bohemond, again, is just really terrifying. Look at his stats right now. 110 for a charge bonus, 573 for weapon strength, melee defense at 83, melee attack at 63. I mean, the guy is a juggernaut. He's gonna slam through a lot of people. Okay, I could actually get a new vampire. I'm not getting as many blood kisses as I used to be, you know, picking up. There's Nolan. Nolan is still very much here. We've got over here the Red Duke, who's been helping out. We've got close by Peter von Leibwitz, who is looking pretty rough right now. He's not looking that great. I mean, he's got a lot of artillery, but again, these are not army formats that work against me. I have nothing but a lot of infantry, so it works in my favor whenever they do stuff like that. Okay, so you need one more unit. That's really all that you need. One more unit. Well, we could get a cart, Unholy Lodestone. Let's have a look over here. Vigor Mortis, a good buff for everyone nearby. We've got Unholy Lodestone. Yeah, I guess we could try that out. For all my Graveguard, just keep them all together around it. A Mortis Engine would be pretty good to put around them too. It's a really great unit with a great aura. Reliquary Binding, I guess I could get that instead. Yeah, that's fair. If I want to have something near them, I'll just grab that. Let's have a look at diplomacy real quick. So the vampire counts are not doing well. They're getting their face kicked in. They have like no units. Yeah, they lost a battle. The dwarfs are now number 1. I'm currently number 5 in power. The Empire is a little bit lower than I am after me beating them so many times. Kislev has 15 settlements. That's really crazy. The Varg have 20. Himri has how many? 12. Talea 12. Yeah, Talea's doing all right. Lorne only 2. Let's have a look at the overall rankings here. We still don't know who number 2 is. Yeah, I have no idea who that could even be. Who could that be? Who could be number 2 that we've not seen over here? We'll have to find out. When you look at it, there's so much map not being used. Now that I look at it, that's got to be like War Game 3 has a lot of stuff, like for Chaos Dwarfs or other things like that, right? Anyway, we're going to call it here for right now. I want to thank all of you for watching. Look forward to more tomorrow. Leave a like and comment down below, and there will be more Mousillon. Until then.